Government says it is seeking to upscale its affirmative action drive with the inauguration of a National Gender Diversity Taskforce. Chairman of the task force, Dr. Evans Agridako, says the team will strengthen women's power and increase their participation in decision-making process at all levels. Dr. Agridako also believes the National Gender Diversity Taskforce will address gender barriers and foster systematic change within the civil service by promoting gender inclusion and diversity at all levels of leadership. There is more in this report.
Earlier this year, Parliament passed the Affirmative Action Act to promote gender equality and women empowerment in Ghana. A key objective of this act is to promote gender inclusion and diversity across all sectors of the economy. Government has augmented this with the formation of a National Gender Diversity Taskforce with the theme Tackling Gender Barriers to Women's Leadership in Ghana's Public Sector. The project, implemented by Emerging Public Leaders EPL Ghana, will promote systemic gender inclusion and diversity within the public sector by influencing policy reforms. Juliet Amoy is Country Director of Emerging Public Leaders.
What we're hoping to do is look through desk researches and see how many women continue to rise, how many of them still continue to face barriers. And so our indicators are quite clear, if you'd like. They're quite clear on what we're looking out for. And so we don't think that there will be a problem with being able to monitor the work of the Gender Task Force as has been inaugurated today and the work that the subcommittees will be doing. So it will be quite easy to be able to track. We're looking at a 2-year program. We're hoping that the next steps that the head of civil service will help us to achieve would be to put together working committees that report to this gender task force that we've set up.
Chairman of the task force, Dr. Evans Agridako, says the team will strengthen women's power and increase their participation in decision-making processes at all levels.
It is only when we tap into the full potentials that the diversity brings that we make. A nation that is able to tap into the full potentials of its diversity is much more enterprising. And I think that that is the way to go. We can maximize the full potentials of our people. The committee will also focus on capacity building by establishing female coaching and mentoring working groups within the sector ministries to offer mentorship and career advancement opportunities for all. Additionally, the task force would monitor and report on gender inclusivity, tracking progress, identifying gaps where they exist, and recommending corrective actions to enhance gender equity.
The National Gender Diversity Task Force seeks to address gender barriers and foster systemic change within the civil service by promoting gender inclusion and diversity at all leadership levels. Emefa Akosia Adeti's report, read to you.